Are you a victim of your own sabotage? A lot of the time, we fall victim to our own self-sabotage, and a lot of the time, it also comes from the expectations that we put upon ourselves, as well as the perception of the expectations of what others put on us. And a lot of it also comes down to, I guess it's the beliefs in our head and like the worth we see in ourselves. Because if we don't already see ourselves as the person that we want to be and develop an identity around it, it becomes very easy to fall victim to self-sabotage, because then we start to play into our old negative beliefs from the person we used to be that we don't desire to be, if that makes sense. So if you think back to a time in your life that you really don't want to return to or become again, like, for example, if you were really overweight in school days, or if you were bullied, or whatever the hell, or if there were things in your past where, like, your parents used to say certain things to you. Obviously, some of the time they didn't mean it the way that it eventuated into your adult life, if that makes sense. Because a lot of the time they say things like, oh, you could do better, oh, you could do better, and that could lead to you never feeling good enough, even though their intention was trying to push you to be the better version of yourself. Like, they don't realize how certain things can trigger us in certain ways in the future. But a lot of the time, that old mentality, those old beliefs, that old self-talk and mindset can really lead to adult self-sabotage. So it all comes down to three big things actually. The base of everything is your environment, who you surround yourself with, the places you go to, the people you look up to, and the people you surround yourself with online. Like, you are not only the sum in the day and age of today. You are not only the sum of the 5 people you spend most time with, but also the 5 people you consume the most content from online. It's not all about your immediate interactions these days, but also your social interactions online. Because a lot of the time, that's also where we spend most of our time. So you need to keep that in mind when it comes to behavior setting or habit setting. Like, for example, I had a girl who realized that she never really wanted to drink, but it was just something she did because that's what her housemates did. That's what her friends did. So in essence, she ended up drinking, and it wasn't until she literally said to them, I'm abstaining from alcohol now, and she put a time frame on it for like 4 months of no drinking. It actually started out at 2, and then she realized how great she felt for it that she extended it to 4. But she didn't realize how supportive her friends would be for it. And she still does everything she did before, just minus the alcohol. And she added in something else. It wasn't about cutting out stuff, but substituting. So it all comes down to that as your main thing, like who and what is within your environment. Next is the habits, the behaviors, and the beliefs, because they shape everything. A lot of the time we can wish to do this or want to do this, or be so jealous and envious of this person and that person and what they have, but we're not actually looking to why they have it, and that's because of the habits and behaviors they do on a daily basis. So you really need to think about what, like, when you see someone that you aspire to or that you're jealous of, you need to ask yourself, what is it this person does every day? What is it that they do? What are the thoughts that they think? What are the attitudes that they play out? What is it they do every day that you are not doing? Like, write it down and split a paper in half. Write down everything that you do every day, the beliefs that you have in your mind. And then on the other side, write down everything that you see about this person. But you also need to remember that everything you see about this person is what is put out onto social media, onto wherever you're seeing and perceiving this person to be. But it's like things happen behind closed doors that you don't see. People doubt themselves all the time. People have fears that you will never know of, because even though there are people out there that try to be as real and authentic as possible, they aren't always real and authentic, because we have a stigma, we have something to live up to still. Like, we still have us there. And a lot of when it comes to me, I'm trying to be as real and authentic as possible, but at the same time, I don't like dwelling on any negative thoughts or any negative feelings. Therefore, I don't put them out there and experience them the same way that a lot of people do. Like, if I'm having a negative thought or feeling, okay, I have that for a moment, but I don't let that impact my day. I don't let that play into the next hour. But it doesn't mean I never had it. But yeah, I'll acknowledge it here and there on social media, but it's not something that I'm going to speak about all the freaking time, because I don't want it to be a part of my identity. And then that's what leads into the biggest, most important thing, but it's not the start. It's a by-process. It's something that happens in the process of worrying about your habits, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, and looking at your environment, and that is your identity. A lot of the time I put out an activity for my girls where they draw the person that they want to become, and they write everything about this person, what they look like, what habits they do every day, the things that they want to be able to see in their dream lifestyle, like how they want to start the day, how they want to end the day, and why. It's those things that are why. It's not why do I want to lose this and this weight, but why do I want to start the day in this way? Why do you want to do these habits? That's the most important thing, because it comes down to feelings. We are feeling beings. We're humans. So put feelings and emotions into everything, and it becomes that much more compelling. And I hope that helps with the self-sabotage topic.